All right. All right. How is everybody doing? It is Super Bowl Sunday. And I want to do a quick little weather update here for this approaching snowstorm across the Mid Atlantic. And actually, it's really not going to be the Northeast, it's just going to be the Mid Atlantic states. But this includes my old stomping grounds, my old neck of the woods there, the Delaware Valley, as well as the Lehigh Valley. And just want to show you the latest computer data that has come in. I know you guys have had some really messy, honestly, I call them crap storms because you get, the last couple, you get maybe a little bit of snow on the front end, and then it goes over to a period of sleet. And then it goes over to a period of freezing rain. And before you know it, you've just got a whole potpourri of precipitation. Eventually, some of them actually even go over to rain. So the last couple have been really, really messy. I know this past one, Saturday night into Sunday morning up there, was really icy. This one should be all snow. The only question that I have is going to be how much snow uh, does your hometown see? The computer data is kind of wobbling back and forth on as to how far north it wants to take it. Um, so let's dive into that. And for that, I need to remember this is I've only done these on YouTube a couple of times, so I gotta figure a lot of this out. And for that, I want to start out with we'll go here. Okay, I'll share my screen so you guys can see what's going on. And this is what we're looking at here. So what you see on the screen right now on the left is the different types of precipitation. Green is obviously rain. Blue is snow. And then there's a couple other colors that you're starting to get very accustomed to because they've been popping up on the modeling for the last couple of weeks now. Orange is represented by sleet, or sleet, I should say, is represented by orange. And freezing rain is this pink color here, okay, that you see the lower left, far left-hand part of the screen. I'm going to try to turn on, let me see if the chat is available. Yeah, it looks like I have it on. Again, my I don't always have my controls set up the right way. This is only the second time I've done this on here, but I'm going to put test. If you guys have any questions, okay, good, that worked. If you have any questions, just start hitting me up on the chat here and I'll get to it. But first and foremost, what I want to do is show you what's going to happen. So this is 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. This is off the European model. And what you're going to notice here is the storm approaches from the southwest. Okay, here comes the snow. Now these are in 3-hour increments. And what I think for the most part Tuesday is going to end up being, if you have plans on Tuesday, you're probably okay through about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, lunchtime. And then things could get a little iffy here as the snow starts to approach the area. But a lot of we're in February now, so a couple of things that you have to remember during the month of February. Now, this isn't New England, okay? This is the Mid-Atlantic, but what you have to remember is the angle of the sun is higher now, okay? So let's say a January 2nd snowstorm would be a lot different than a February, what are we at, 9th snowstorm, because the angle of the sun is getting stronger and stronger and stronger every single day. So unless you're snowing hard and unless those temperatures are really, really cold, it's gonna stick if you're below freezing, but it's not gonna accumulate the way that it would if it were earlier in the season. Okay, so it's got a little bit of snow breaking out later in the afternoon, and it probably have a difficult time really sticking at first. But then once the sun goes down, that's when the bulk of this is going to start sticking. This is 7 o'clock in the morning, and you can see if we go back. What was the one thing you noticed here? See that darker color? That's where the heaviest snow is on this model. And it seems to be a South Jersey special. All right, just like that one we had. I think it was the beginning of January. Remember, it stretched from the Shenandoah Valley east through D.C., Baltimore, Salisbury, Maryland, southern New Jersey. I remember Cape May got like 8 inches of snow. Kent County, Sussex counties in Delaware, you guys got hammered. This is sort of looking very similar. You can see the darker color of blue there. It never really breaks north of Philadelphia. Actually, I'm not even sure if it even goes into Philadelphia on this latest update. It really doesn't. So it's a solid, steady snow falling in South Jersey and Delaware. Okay, that's according to this model. Now, I want to show you what the GFS is doing. Let's go to this one right here. All right, bear with me real quick. Just got to work on the, there it is. Okay, that worked. Okay, so the GFS, on the other hand, has this. See this? It's also keeping the bulk of the steady snow in South Jersey and Delaware. Let's go back real quick. That was kind of quick. So this is, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon right here. Here's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. Maybe you got a couple snow showers at that point. 7 o'clock in the afternoon on this model, it's still not doing much. And then the steadier snow comes in well after sunset. But again, notice it never really breaks north of Philadelphia. Again, it's a, I guess you could say, a southern special, South Jersey special. So that's what's kind of happened here at this point. The modeling, both the global models, the deterministic runs, the GFS and the European, have both taken this overrunning boundary of moisture, this snowstorm, and they've dropped it a little bit farther to the south than what the models were thinking just a couple days ago. So I guess if you're a snow lover, the positive is you're going to get snow here. Okay. The negative is, as of now, it doesn't look like a pounding snowstorm where some areas get, 10 inches, a foot of snow. It doesn't look like that kind of an event. This looks like a general 1 to 3 north and maybe 3 to 6 south, or even maybe a 1 to 2 north and maybe a 2 to 4 south with a couple areas where you get 4 to 6, like maybe in Cape May County and Sussex and Kent counties in Delaware. That's kind of what it's looking like right now. Let me go over to the snowfall totals so you can see what's going on here. So this is the way the European model is seeing this. Now, what I put here was a standard 10 to 1 ratio. 1 inch of liquid equals 10 inches of snow. Your temperatures are going to be right there, pretty close to freezing, between 30 and 32, somewhere in that ballpark. So it's got the 3-inch line running right through Philadelphia. Actually, it takes it from Toms River. If you look at the graphic closely, it takes it from Toms River southwestward through Philadelphia, through Wilmington, and then right through Baltimore and D.C. From that line south, you're getting at least 3. From that line north, this model has a 1 to 3. Allentown maybe is an inch. Poconos maybe a half inch. Let's see, it looks like Boyerstown, Pottstown, maybe 2 inches. What's that in Bucks County? Doylestown, maybe 2 inches. Quakertown, maybe 1 to 2. But you get the idea. It's going to be a lot lighter north of the Pennsylvania Turnpike than what you'll see south. Now, in South Jersey, Sewell, Williamstown, it's got about 3-4 inches. You go even farther to the south, it's got about 5 in Millville. Cape May County, it's got 4 to 6. But you got to be careful here too, because what I did see, and I think the modeling is struggling a little bit with this, what I did see here was that the temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer. They're going to actually be above freezing when some of the snow is still falling. So I don't know. I like 1 to 3 north and north of Philadelphia, and I like 3 to 6 south, and I'll just say isolated heavier amounts. That's the European. The GFS, on the other hand, shows this right here. Okay, so you see the difference? It's a little bit lighter, actually. It's got the 2-inch line running through Philadelphia. Allentown, maybe a coating. Pottstown, maybe, and Boyertown, maybe 1 to 2. Quakertown, maybe an inch. Doylestown, an inch. You can see it's quite a bit lighter. It's got 3 or 4 inches in Williamstown and Sicklerville. It's got 3 in Millville, maybe 4 in Cape May County, and 4 in Dover. It's got the real heavy stuff. All right, you see the pinks and the purples way to the south. So like Salisbury, Maryland could get hit pretty good with this, according to this particular model. You get into central Virginia. Numbers are probably overdone here, but that's where the bullseye is on the GFS model. And then you have this here. This is what we call the national blend of modeling. And so what this does is it takes a lot of the global models, for example, the Canadian, European, GFS, takes a bunch of them, and it just blends everything together. And I have to tell you, I actually really like what you see here. This looks good to me, given the waffling that has taken place so far in the modeling and what the temperatures are going to be at the surface. So I showed you the GFS and I showed you the European, but right now I actually like this call. It's got 3 inches in Philadelphia. It's got 4 to 5 in parts of South Jersey. A lot of 4s showing up there. Okay, I think that's a good call. Allentown 1 or 2, Poconos 1. I think that looks good. And actually, if you go over to this, the National Weather Service in Mount Holly has a very similar forecast. I think they've pretty much taken the national blend of modeling and they said, okay, we like that too, and that's what they've printed out here. So this is what we're looking at according to the National Weather Service from 7 a.m. Tuesday to 7 p.m. Wednesday. But again, remember, as far as the timing is concerned, this is I mean, nothing's falling until after lunchtime, and even then, it's not even going to be falling in the city until probably later in the afternoon, really late in the day. Um, it's got 4 to 6 in most of South Jersey, 4 to 6 in Dover, 4 to 6 Cape May, 4 to 6 Vineland, Millville, 4 to 6 Atlantic City, Philadelphia 3 to 4, Wilmington 3 to 4, Trenton 3 to 4, Allentown 1, maybe 2, Reading 2, maybe 3. I like the call. I like this right now, given what the modeling is saying. We'll see. But again, it's a lot of waffling back and forth on the modeling at the moment. So any kind of shift one way or the other could make for a big difference in these numbers. This is just I call these weather quickies, right? 5-10 minutes, that's it. And I'm about to get going now because I got some things I got to do. I actually got to work tonight. But I just wanted to give you a quick update. I'm going to do a complete live from this hour's dungeon Monday at 7:45, and that's when I really break all this stuff down and get into greater detail. But we do have some snow heading this way Tuesday into Wednesday for you guys in the Delaware and the Lehigh Valleys. So get ready. I know you've had some messy ones recently. This one should be snow. You got 2 more storms after this. All right, you got another one, I think it was Thursday, and then another one over next weekend. They look like wintry mixes to start, flipping over to rain. So they kind of looked messy again. This is your best shot if you're a snow lover. This one coming in here on Tuesday into Wednesday morning, this is your best shot at getting accumulating snow. The farther north this boundary lifts, the higher the snowfall totals will be. Okay, if it continues to drop farther to the south, then these numbers are going to be lower. But right now, given what I've just seen, I think what you see in front of you here is a good call from the National Weather Service. Okay, you guys take care. Go Birds.